E aí, vamos começar aqui com a quarta parte do De Volta ao Futuro. Estamos aqui tentando tirar o doutor da prisão. Então vamos lá conversar com o doutor. Vou chamar o doutor aqui.
Psst, Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
Ele tá um pouco
You won't
tenso,
even
velho.
talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Então o que eu vou dizer?
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections. So I carefully kept them
Então vou ver o que vai fazer, velho.
science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him. But right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Como posso fazer para você, no passado, confiar em mim?
I'm not sure.
Vou ver o que vai dizer.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration of the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What is this expo doing muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Velho, calma.
If only I could hear him myself.
Então eu vou ter que ir lá no Eu Jovem. Do seu Eu Jovem. Então vamos sair daqui.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Então, vamos correndo no jovem dele. Será que ele tá aqui ainda?
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Então vamos lá. Cadê ele?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge.
Conta outra.
The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Então vamos voltar lá no doutor. Ô, bug. Doutor, aparece aí na janela.
Doc. you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it
Não é
was
isso
nice
não,
to not have my
velho.
family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
Aí ele tá passando ali, ó.
Not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
Então vou sair daqui e pegar o
Let's talk
doutor
about your
ali.
younger self's problems later.
Esse
Okay,
jogou meio
but don't forget
viadagem,
we're
né,
on a bit
velho?
of a deadline here.
Vamos lá.
Acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed.
Will you just
Você.
give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Ah, tem nada não, velho.
Damn it. About
Don't
your...
say it.
Pessoal, tô aqui no inventário, vou pegar o gravador.
Oh, no. Gonna be the inverse. Oh, yes.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Então sobre sua boca.
About
Don't
your...
say it. By the inverse of A might well be equal to A.
Então eu gravei.
But only if the coefficient of friction of A-
Então vou pra lá. Vem, carinha. 6 minutos desse troço. Cara, eu vou diminuir um pouco, né?
Nah. Psst, Doc.
Véi, eu tô tentando gravar o cara
Hang
conversando.
in there, Doc.
Ah, velho, então vamos lá de novo. Olha aí, doutor vindo. Vem pra cá. E segue reto.
A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction rem- Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Que isso? Pegou no Fraga.
But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant massive acceleration?
Agora eu vou enviar a gravação pro outro doutor, né? Aleluia. Eu não saio desse capítulo até quando não sei, né?
Doc.
Gravei você
So,
resmungando.
Doc, does this ring a bell?
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Não, é você.
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a
Que
vast
isso, véi?
two-dimensional membrane.
So,
It'll be fine.
Qual era a forma
what was
mesmo?
H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it.
É,
Hang in there, Doc.
Então vamos lá no carinha de novo. Eu tô cansado dessa parte.
is variable. Wait, is that even...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Crockett.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
É, ué.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket power drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I
Esse
sent
aí,
paperwork,
cara.
but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see a rocket power drill?
Of course, of course.
Ih,
Naturally,
tô
it's just a
conseguindo,
scale
hein,
model, but
velho.
it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
Esse aí, vamos ver
What is
aqui.
it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered this subpoena. It's part of the investigation into business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket power drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see where you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Que isso?
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Então tá. Então, pessoal, a gente vai ter que falar com uma pessoa aqui. Edna é essa? É, essa aqui é a Edna.
Nice bike. Huffy?
Huffy? I'm not huffy. I'm passionate. Passionate about justice, safety, law, and order.
Never mind.
Edna.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
É.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that
Eu
depend
fico
on
pensando,
these
será
facilities.
que essa mulher velha é.
What's
Essa
the
mulher velha
Stay
aí,
Sober
tá velha no
Society?
futuro, vai lembrar
Haven't
do
heard of
cara
SSS?
dele do
They do the most
passado.
marvelous work, taking
Isso
hopeless,
pode
drunken
confundir o
bums
futuro do
and
carinha
turning them into
todo.
former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
É.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh, where?
Na
We can
delegacia.
meet over there in the jailhouse. I think they have an empty cell.
No, the jailhouse has bad associations for some of the Stay Soberites.
Não, então, peraí. Já
I
sei.
know a place where the Stay Sober
Eu
Society
vou
can meet.
colocar no
Oh,
bar.
Where?
Porque eu posso pegar...
You can meet in the speakeasy, the one that got bombed last Wednesday.
Now, wouldn't that be poetic irony? But I'm not sure the building is structurally safe.
Ah, então...
I know a
Vai...
place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh, where?
É na
The
residência
Brown
de Brown.
residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
Então vamos sair daqui.
I got a book.
Oh, where?
Então, pessoal, só antes de finalizar aqui essa parte, conversar com a Edna de novo. Edna de
Hey,
novo.
Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crockett. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
Vamos escutar.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
Então, vou falar
You
assim
make
pra...
hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Então tá. Então eu
Yeah, I
posso...
can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh, which ones?
Quais?
Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
É,
As a
bom, já
matter
vou
of fact,
começar
I
aqui,
do
né?
know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh, who?
Vou escolher aqui qual.
The orphanage.
My, how those little ragamuffins can eat.
Não, falei.
All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and
Eh.
hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Então, pessoal, é só isso. Fico por aqui. Quem gostar, curte, compartilha. E fui!